moving ahead, scaling new heights of excellence. India is resurgent and is the fastest growing major economy in the world. Today, India is a place of grand ambitions, great expectations and high hopes. Business-friendly initiatives of the government with strong reform agenda has led to India registering a record improvement on EODB ranking from 142 to 77 between 2014 to 2019. The vision and hard work of the government is bearing results.
एंटरप्राइज एंड इनोवेशन वो मंत्र होना चाहिए जो हम सभी को गाइड करे, हमारा ड्राइविंग फोर्स हो। सफलता के मंत्र की जब मैं बात करता हूं तब 3I की एक सोच सामने आती है और ये 3I यानी इंसेंटिव्स, इमेजिनेशन एंड इंस्टीट्यूशन बिल्डिंग। मैं समझता हूं कि न्यू इंडिया के निर्माण में आपकी सहभागिता 5P फॉर्मूले पर चलते हुए और ज्यादा हो सकती है। ये 5P हैं: परफॉर्मेंस, प्रोसेस, पर्सोना, प्रोक्योरमेंट और प्रिपेयर। साथियों, आप सभी को अपने संस्थानों की ऑपरेशनल और फाइनेंशियल परफॉर्मेंस का बेंचमार्क और ऊपर ले जाना होगा।
The Ministry of Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises administers 31 central public sector enterprises (PSEs) and assists them in their effort to improve capacity utilization and increase profitability, generate resources and reorient strategies to become more competitive. The Department of Heavy Industry strives to have a modern, healthy and robust domestic heavy engineering industry like machine tool industry, heavy electrical industry, industrial machinery, auto industry and all subsectors of capital goods industry. The Indian auto industry is recognized as a sunrise industry as it has emerged as one of the fastest growing sector over last few years. The automobile sector of India is one of the largest in the world and accounts for over 7.1% of India's GDP and contributes nearly 45% of India's manufacturing GDP. The sector has become a manufacturing base for global car makers. The outlook for the industry is very strong, with India expected to become third largest automobile manufacturing country after China and USA by 2030. The government also recognizes the importance of the automotive industry in the Indian economy and hence is currently working with targets set in the Automotive Mission Plan 2016 to 2026. FAME India was launched in 2015. It aims at promoting eco-friendly vehicles in the country and reduce dependency in fossil fuel. The mandate of scheme is to support hybrid and electric vehicles, market development and its manufacturing ecosystem in country in order to achieve self-sustenance in stipulated period. Electric vehicles have the potential to revolutionize how the energy is used, created and redirected. Electric cars are significantly cleaner and safer for the environment. The FAME India scheme is aimed at incentivizing all vehicle segments, that is E2-wheelers, E3-wheelers auto, E-passenger 4-wheeler vehicles, E-light commercial vehicles and E-buses. As on 26 March 2019, the government has given financial support to about 2,69,555 electric and hybrid vehicles amounting to Rs 321 crore. Electric vehicles reduce pollution and their life cycle emission. To give a fresh thrust to e-mobility in public transport, Department had announced the launch of public and shared mobility based on electric powertrain by way of EOI issued on 31st October 2017. Through this, 455 buses, 720 three-wheeler autos and 370 four-wheeler taxis were allotted to 11 different cities to be funded partly under FAME India scheme. To give further thrust to electric mobility in the country, the government has recently approved Phase 2 of FAME India scheme with an outlay of Rs 10,000 crore for a period of 3 years commencing from 1st April 2019. This phase 2 will mainly focus on supporting electrification of public and shared transportation and aims to support 7,000 e-buses, 5 lakh e-3-wheelers, 55,000 e-4-wheeler passenger car and 10 lakh e-2-wheelers. To address the concerns of the users of electric vehicles, the scheme aims to create charging infrastructure in selected cities and major highways. The EV industry has also responded with tremendous enthusiasm to the demand for buses by the selected cities. This has resulted in huge fuel saving and reduction in carbon dioxide emission across the country. National Automotive Testing and R&D Infrastructure Project, NATRIP, the largest and one of the most significant initiatives in automotive sector so far. The project aims at creating core global competencies in automotive sector in India. It facilitates seamless integration of Indian automotive industry with the world so as to position the country prominently on the global automotive map. The objective is to extend India's automotive R&D capabilities by creating critically needed automotive testing infrastructure to enable the government to assure global vehicular safety, emission and performance standards. All NATRIP R&D test centers have world-class testing facilities and also aim at attracting customers for various parts of the world. Some of the facilities augmented at 3 centers under NATRIP include Noise, Vibration and Harshness Lab NVH, Passive Safety Lab PSL, Electromagnetic Compatibility EMC Lab and Tire Test Lab TTL. These centers already have fully functional facilities like Powertrain Lab, Fatigue Lab, Vehicle Evaluation Lab, Component Lab, Transmission and Gear Test Lab, CAD CAE Lab and Infotronics Lab. As part of NATRIP test centers that have been finalized to set up the test facilities are GARC Chennai, ICAT Manesar, NATRAX Indore, NCVRS Raebareli, NIA IMT Silchar, VRDE Ahmednagar and ARAI Pune. National Policy on Capital Goods NPCG 2016. Capital goods manufacturing industry serves as a strong base for its engagement across sectors such as engineering, construction, infrastructure and consumer goods amongst others. After the launch of the National Capital Goods Policy in 2016, the Department of Heavy Industry is working closely with industry to meet the goals set forth in the policy, which is to treble production in the capital goods sector and to treble employment opportunities in the sector, among other things. The policy is envisaged to immediately address the needs of the sector and proactively facilitate growth and development of the sector. The objective of the policy is to increase the share of the capital goods contribution from 12% at present to 20% of total manufacturing activity by the year 2025. For the development of capital goods sector, 100% FDI is allowed under automatic route. The policy aims to increase the production of capital goods from rupees 230,000 crores in 2014-15 to rupees 750,000 crore in 2025 and raising direct and indirect employment from the current 8.4 million to around 30 million. The policy envisages increasing exports from the current 27 to 40% of production in export and increasing share of domestic production in India's demand from 60 to 80%, thus making India a net exporter of capital goods. Scheme for enhancement of competitiveness of the capital goods sector. The objective of the scheme for enhancement of competitiveness of the capital goods sector is to make the Indian capital goods sector globally competitive by addressing the issues of technological depth creation in the capital goods sector, besides creating common industrial facility centers. Indian capital goods industry as a whole is the intended beneficiary, particularly major capital goods subsectors such as machine tools industry, textile machinery industry, molds and dyes industry and power equipment. The scheme has generated tremendous response from the industry. The department has set up Center of Excellence COE for Technology Development, Integrated Industrial Infrastructure Facility IIIF, Common Engineering Facility Center CEFC, and Test and Certification Center TNCC. The scheme also has a financial component, namely Technology Acquisition Fund Program TAFP for Technology Acquisition and Transfer in Capital Goods Sector. Samarth Udyog Industry 4.0 centers in order to facilitate the SMEs in stepping up to implement Industry 4.0. Department of Heavy Industries supporting setup of Industry 4.0 Innovation, Demonstration and Experience Centers under its Capital Goods Scheme. It is conceived that these national centers would help in creating the ecosystem for adoption of Industry 4.0. Department of Heavy Industries supporting Samarth Udyog in Delhi, Pune and Bengaluru. These Democom Experience Centers are being set up for promoting smart and advanced manufacturing in the different parts of the country. Development of advanced ultra-supercritical AUSC technology for thermal power plants. The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs on 10th August 2016 approved the Department of Heavy Industry DHI's proposal of R&D project for development of advanced ultra-supercritical AUSC technology for thermal power plant. This will ensure longer energy security for the country by making best use of available coal and will also ensure reduction in the emissions. DHI has released Rs 120 crore in 2017-18 and Rs 220 crore in 2018-19 for the project. DHI works for strengthening profit-making CPSEs to increase profitability and attain global prominence. Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited BHEL. Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited BHEL, a Maharatna CPSE under DHI, is an integrated power plant equipment manufacturer and one of the largest engineering and manufacturing companies of its kind in India. The efforts of the government to transform BHEL into a high-growth and globally competitive company have borne fruit, and the performance of the company has improved tremendously. BHEL's 54% share in India's total installed capacity and 58% share in the country's total generation from thermal utility sets coal-based as of March 31, 2017 stand testimony to its valuable contribution towards nation building. Andrew Yule & Company Limited AYCL. For the last few years, tea division of AYCL is recognized as one of the top quality tea producer in the industry. Production of tea has increased to 102.34 lakh kilograms in the financial year 2016-17. Today, AYCL export tea to various countries in the world. Rajasthan Electronics and Instruments Limited REIL Jaipur. REIL emerged as largest milk analyzer deployer and significant off-grid on-grid solar solution provider in the country through deployment of more than 100 variants of products. These innovations have benefited 6 crore citizens and 3 lakh villagers and now aiming to cover 10,000 villages every year. REIL has provided solar photovoltaic SPV water pump with remote monitoring unit solution and bore well-based schemes for low-demand area in 784 sites in Rajasthan. In line with Honorable Prime Minister's vision to double farmers' income by 2022, India's first pilot project Integrated Solar Water Pump Farmers Cooperative for Mujh-Kuvar Saur Urja Utpadak Sehkari Mandali has been successfully completed in association with National Dairy Development Board and International Water Management Institute. Heavy Engineering Corporation Limited. HECL is one of the largest integrated engineering complex in India. It manufactures and supplies capital equipments and machineries and renders project execution required for core sector industries. It has complete manufacturing setup starting from casting and forging, fabrication, machining, assembly, testing, conceptualization of projects to commissioning. CSR activities. The department is carrying out many activities under the CSR. Some of the main activities are incubation of new technology through CSR, providing quality education through preschool, higher technical and vocational training. Other CSR activities include healthcare, skill development, empowerment of women, promotion of sports, Swachh Bharat, sanitation, upliftment of marginalized section of society. The Government of India has offered better growth opportunity to the heavy industry sector, which has become catalysts of higher GDP growth and harbinger of prosperity in the Indian economy. Department of Heavy Industry aims that India becomes one among the top 10 machine tool producing nations of the world by 2020. It also aims to raise heavy industry exports to a significant level. With an aim to incentivize growth and development, the prospects of heavy industry sector are very promising in India. The future holds promise of even higher growth and rapid consolidation on account of growing domestic demand and anticipated return of global economy to growth path.